I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicapper's Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, and along as always by Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Monday, July the 1st races at Hastings. We do have 8 races on tap, headed by the Supernatural.
Yep.
For 3-year-old fillies, their first chance to go along. We watched the boys go along on Sunday in the Chris Loseth, and our BC Oaks candidates will be in attendance today.
That's right. We take another step towards the BC Oaks. 8 races on tap. Good card. And it kicks off with a doozy here. A $50,000 claim.
Yes, we had a great start.
For 3 and up Colts and Geldings. Field of 5.
Steak.
But I know, it's like a steak. Field of 5. Everybody in there with a shot. I really like, though, Colterberry. A white sports coat coming off a win in the George Royal for Redicop and Phil Hall. Likes to come from just off the pace. There's enough pace in here. Hansen's victory, straight remark, even Driller. I think it sets up well for Colterberry. I think Colterberry could have won the last stake. The way he's running, going down there in 16-3, getting an 86 by his first start this year, coming back with an 80. He is on his game right now for Mark Cluche. Amadeo Perez suits his horse perfectly. I'm taking Colterberry over the stake winner, a white sports coat. As I mentioned, first start here at Hastings was a winning one in the George Royal. And I put in Hansen's victory for third. Really good effort for 25. Was a little disappointed in that effort last time for 50. Looking to rebound. Better effort today. I went 1, 2, 3. Just like that.
I agree. Colterberry's the horse to beat here. Well, a white sports. It's 1 or 2. They look on paper, the way the race is going to shape up, like there's going to be speed in here. Hansen's victory, straight remark, go. Driller, I don't know what kind of trip he's going to work out from there, but he's eligible to win the race, but he just may not get the best of trips. Colterberry's going to be last early. I think he'll circle the field and win.
What a turn
I put
of
the
foot he
2
has.
horse white sports coat in for second. How can you fault him off of the 1 run there in the George Royal? But connections don't get too aggressive ever, and they got him in for a tag. So I went 1, 2, and 5 to start things off on the Canada Day program. On to race number 2, $4,000 fillies and mares, non-2 lifetime, going a mile and a 16th. I like the 2 Sun Renita. This horse likely heavy favorite and should be, horse has been running really against far tougher company. Gets into aggressively spotted, gets into a good spot. Sun Renita for me to win by a lot, I think. Put the 3 horse Cape Light in for second. 3 decent runs so far this year. The last 2 against similar types, but this race just came up a little bit tougher. Mind you, she's coming out of a couple of tough heats that were won by a couple of Phil Hall runners, Bad and Bougie and Yellow Bonnet. And I put the 6 horse, Forever Crystal, who wants to route Rob Maben. I know it's the first start of the year. They've been prepping him steadily to run. But at least she is the one in here that's proven she can route. You look at everyone's record at the distance. There's a lot of zeros. This one at least has a win, 4 seconds and 5/3. The horse is 10 for 13 in the money, and Forever Crystal, can go the distance. But I put her in for third, 2, 3, 6.
Yeah, nothing wrong with her getting Denny Velasquez either. I agree. Sun Renita coming out of that last 16 non-3 with classic statement. Lady LaRue, Lookout Taylor only got beat 3/4 of a length by Lookout Taylor. See how she runs on the Sunday card. I could tell you something about Sun Renita here, like Amadeo Perez sticking with her. I agree, Cape Light in for second. I went with our Revel Lady making her first start. Terry Clyde's off to a great start this year. And she's a revolutionary. I have a Chris S. Mara, gets a big Tomlinson number for the distance. So I'm going to try her at the distance, as well as in light with one of the Seasharan boys. So I'll try her in the third spot. 2, 3, 5 for me. In the second, on to the third. Fillies and Mares, 4 non-2, going 6.5 furlongs, field of 8. I went to the outside horse, Alder Glory. But, nobody's really on form here. And I just think Alder Glory could set up well. It looks like there is some speed. Last race, Bad and Bougie, she's wicked fast. Cape Light, that looked like a tougher race to me than this one. And Amadeo Perez picks up the call, our leading rider. So I'm going to go with Alder Glory over Where's My Jenny, who ran third last time by Yellow Bonnet and Cape Light. I threw an exorbitant. I don't mind this horse. Maybe gets the lead. First start this year, maiden 4, got the lead.
It ran off.
Ran off. 1 by 1 was 4. First time against winners. Obviously quicker fractions, 22-2, 45-4. But if he can get the lead by herself,
And slow things down a little.
could hang around for a piece at the end. I went 8, 4, 3.
Yeah, I went to the 4 horse. Where's My Jenny? I think she's the horse to beat. I know you're not getting a big price. I didn't put all the glory in the money, but I respect you're taking a shot on a big long, the horse is going to
Yeah.
be a good price, which
Yeah.
is what you're trying to find in these kind of races. I went Where's My Jenny over the 2-horse Proud Cause and the one better than the rest. I didn't love any particular horse in here. It's one of those races you could look at for half an hour and not really. You could juggle things around and come up with different
I just thought that Bad and
scenarios.
Bougie race was
Yeah.
tougher.
No, and Yellow Bonnet race before that.
Yeah.
They're both live races.
Yeah.
And Eco Charge, Mousy. Like, she's been running against pretty good horses, but why not? If
a
you're
shot.
wrong, at least you have a double-digit priced horse.
I will,
You're-
yes.
At least you're going down, not on chalk here.
Yeah.
4, 2,
Taking
and
a
1
shot.
for me in the third. On to the fourth race, $4,000 older Colts and Geldings here. Non-winners of the year, or non-winners since May. Non-winners for lifetime, or non-winners since May the 3rd. 6.5 furlongs will be the trip. The 8-horse in here, Khakis Command, looks to be the speed of the party. Drew, not bad. I don't mind the horse getting the outside post. And,
No.
Had a battle last time with some pretty good horses. That race, Great Blake, Sergeant Rick, Sunset Drive, miles, eons,
Yes,
tons
yes.
better than the field
Yeah.
he's facing today. So if he repeats that race, he has to win. The 4-horse one at the track, another one is live in here. He just needs to get back to his last year's form, and he's live in here as well. Had to, chase the pace last time, didn't run on, but that was Southern Casanova. They went
Yeah.
17-1. That was a dirty, tough horse to run into. He only lost second by a couple lengths, so I don't mind Born at the Track to have a shot as well. And I put the 7-horse Harners back in for third. I went 8-4-7.
Yes, I agree with Khakis Command. Not taking a double-digit horse here.
No.
Khakis Command going to be the heavy favorite. I put Harners back in the second spot because, as you mentioned last time, run into that very tough set, Southern Casanova, because he was eligible to run protected. And did beat Santa Fe Trail, who came back to win last weekend. So Habersnack in second spot. I put in Sir Barclay. Big improvement from his first race to his second race. Was in a 62.50. Then last time only got beat a half a length by Santa Fe Trail. And behind Brother Rod, Santa Fe Trail, as I mentioned, came back to win last weekend. So I went 8, 7, and 5 in the fourth. On to the fifth. Maiden 4, 3 and up. Colts and Geldings going 6.5 furlongs. Field of 10 in here. I went to the 5 Tactful. Going with back-to-back Glenn Todd horses here. Got in a fair bit of trouble last time around the far turn with a clean trip. I think he can win this. I got him on top of Santa Claus. I always like to see a horse that was, first start this year, he was heavily favored.
Yeah.
Picked everywhere and, just kind of ran a flat race in that same race. Look for him to rebound today because now you're going to get odds on him, right? He's
Might have needed one.
Yeah, he's going to go from, 2 to 1 or
8 to 5.
8 to
last
5
time, so-
to 6 to 1 or 5 to 1 maybe. So I'm going to put him in the second spot. And I Kissed Ivy just got beat a neck by Genoa Bay. Figures to be tough. Back again today under Lenny Seashram, but I really like Tactful. I went 5, 1, and 8.
I have a lot of different horses in here, but it's not a race you can follow.
It's that
up.
kind of race, yeah.
It's just, there's nothing to hang your hat on. I went 3 Doyle, simply on the class drop. 16, down to 8, down to 4, has speed. I know he's not finishing in his races. He just got folded at the third. I mean, do I trust the horse? No, but I think the horse might win. I put the 1-horse Santa Claus in for second. Inside draw, kind of got covered up in behind horses. And a lot of days this year, the inside hasn't been the place to be. So I would give him another shot. His races last year at the beginning of the season were very good and definitely would beat this field. So he has the ability, and that's all you want. And I put the 8-horse I Kissed. I don't love this horse at all. He said 2 long shot runner-up efforts, and I guess the horse may break through with a win one day, but nothing to hang your hat on. I left out Tactful, which probably might have been a mistake, but I know he did get into a bunch of trouble that day. 3, 1, and 8 for me in race number 5. Race number 6, this is the feature of the day, Supernatural for 3-year-old fillies, going a mile on the 16th for a $50,000 purse. And the outside horse, Summerland, is still undefeated here at Hastings. Continues to run huge races. Does pay the penalty for all the winning, though. It does have 125 pounds. Going a mile on the 16th, and so we'll see if that weight factor comes into play. But she's been nothing short of brilliant. And I'm not going to pick against her.
No, you got to take her.
But
Doesn't mean you have to bet her. You can try and beat her.
I know the Barbheads runners would be the next 2 for me. The 1 Dancing Shoes and the 2 Sunburst. Dancing Shoes tried to chase her last time. That was not a good move through 21 and 4,
Yeah.
44 and 4. She will not be ridden like that again. There is other speed in the race, and I think that may bother Summerland, but whether it affects the outcome, we'll see. But Dancing Shoes was a very good route horse last year. That's what she wants to do. Really doesn't want to sprint. Her race last year behind Summerland in the fantasy was very, very good. And I put the 2-horse Sunburst. I don't know if this horse is good enough to run up this high, but she's been very impressive in her last 2 races, actually all 3 of her races, and deserves a shot against the big girls, and we'll see how she does. She's not a very big filly, but she's bred to route. She's by Sun Gold, the mare Terra del Fuego, won stakes going along. So it is in the pedigree to route, but once again, she's just a little tiny thing, but she's got a lot of fight to her. She's an interesting filly that might get the right pace scenario. We'll see.
She does have the biggest number for the distance too in here.
6-1-2.
I agree. You got to take Summerland. She's going to be 2 to 5 or something like that. But you got to take Summerland on top. After that, I think you can make a pretty good case for every other horse in here. I went with Chrissy in the second spot. She's been an absolutely different horse at 3 than she was at 2. Was running good at 2, just couldn't quite get the job done. Couldn't break her maiden. First out this year, she breaks her maiden by 4. Comes back at allowance race, absolutely dusts the field. Wins by almost 8. So, it wasn't a crazy tough field, but still, she did it impressively. Got a 75 by her. The distance might be a question for her, is that she's a pop artist, and he was more of a sprinter. But I'm going to put Chrissy in the second spot. And the newcomer, above all names, coming off a win, an optional 75 on the turf at Woodbine. That's kind of the question mark here. This horse has only run on the turf and the synthetic track at Woodbine, but been running good races. Those races she's running at Woodbine are considerably tougher. So if she can bring that form here, maybe she's got a shot to upset Summerland. I went 6, 5, and 4. I did leave out Dancing Shoes. I know, as you mentioned, didn't really run her race last time, but the one I'm really interested in is Sunburst, beating the boys last time.
It's a tough division. That's why I'm saying it's tougher above all names. You're walking into a Hornets nest. Like I can see a 3-year-old colt coming in and maybe being part of the 3-year-old filly. This is a tough division to walk into. It is. But I don't hope Sunburst runs
but the 2 of Barb's, I like Sunburst just because her progression, she's really going the right way. I went 6, 5, and 4 onto the 7th. This is a maiden 4 for fillies and mares. Big field of 11 in here. I went to the 5, Saturna, just got beat a couple last time. Antonio Reyes had other options in here. He went with Saturna. No reason, led the whole way last time, just got caught late. Not a ton of other speed in here. Saturna for me on top. I put Wishable in the second spot. The Barb Heads horse, Denny Velasquez takes the call. I like Barb's second time out. A lot of times, first time, she's all right, but maiden second start, I think her horses really improve into their second start. And, this filly's just down at the bottom. Started for maiden 8. Now she's in for maiden 4 in her next start. 10 hole isn't wonderful, but I'm going to have her on my ticket. I put her in the second spot. And I put in 4 to win. Was just behind, 3/4 length behind Saturna in that last maiden 4, so she figures to be in the mix. 5, 10, and 8 for me.
I have the same 3 horses. I think it's Saturna, 4 to win, Wishable. I think they're all interchangeable. They all have their positive, attributes. Saturna's has the best, of course, running second in 2 consecutive starts, but you're going to get less mutual. 4 to win, finished just in behind her last time, and just finished in behind Bombay, who came back to win last weekend as well.
And she's a 4-year-old. There's her angle. She's a 4-year-old.
Older. And Wishable, running against a way better horse. You got this and Baby Rose. Those are better horses. 19 and chain. They're a lot. 5, 8, and 10 is what I ended up on. But we agree on the same 3 horses. 8th and final, $25,000 dollar claimer for 3-year-olds.
Spit it out there.
We got 7 colts and geldings.
$25,000 straight 3-year-olds.
Straight 3-year-olds, but 7 colts and geldings, 1 filly in here. The outside horse, 2 is a filly. Race number 4, or number 4, Morro, Texas, is the horse to beat in here. Dropping out of 2 straight stakes races, and this horse was the horse to beat. Enrique Gonzalez continues to ride for Steve Henson. Looks to be the speed of the party. Put the 2-horse Mosley in for second. Pretty impressed with his maiden score at the $25,000 level. Looks like he had a lot in the tank. Both Doobie, who's not come back to win, but has been on the
Come back to
board
run
in his next
good.
2 starts. And Jack's Rain has come back to win. So Mosley, that company was pretty good. Now, I just like the way he won. He won pretty comfortably, so I think he could be dangerous against winners. And there is a lot of speed in the race. I thought Mosley, Morrow, Texas, even Ojo Del Mar coming up from Century Mile, or coming down from Century Mile. And Move On's a speed horse. I thought maybe the one horse, New Diamond, was worth a look as well. Good distance second to Bill Smoke and Bullet, who's in the stakes race on Sunday, pardon me. Yeah. But still, I thought it was a good runner-up effort that day, and I think might get a good favorable pace scenario. I went 4-2-1.
I agree. I agree on Morrow, Texas. You know, he likes 6.5. That's where he's running his best races. It'll be interesting to see, too, if it rains, which they're calling. It could be sloppy
as a taping. It's like really sloppy right now. We got a ton of rain.
You go back the day that they claimed him at Oaklawn over the slop, going 6 furlongs, won by almost 6. So impressive race. That is the best race of his life for the Texas bred. So Morrow, Texas for me. I put Ojo Del Mar in the second spot because he's only run 4 times. Broke his maiden last year. Ran second to Purple Storm in the sale stake out at Century last year, and then 1 start this year, run 4th, but came back, running good second to Proud Loud. Proud Loud's a nice horse.
Impressive maiden score here.
Yeah, really impressive maiden breaker here. Behind Free Speech, we saw Free Speech come back to crush the field last weekend. So Ojo Del Mar for me in the second spot, and I put Tui, the filly, in the third spot.
Yep.
Absolutely crushed last time. The time before that, she ran a good third in her maiden. Just beat a length and a quarter by Sunburst. So watch how Sunburst runs in the stake. If she runs a big race, Tui is not maybe out of her realm here facing 3-year-old boys. But then, as I mentioned, came back from 8-25 and absolutely crushed, getting a 60 buyer. So I didn't want to leave her out. Tui might be a sneaky horse in here. 4, 3, and 8 for me in the 8th. That'll do it for our analysis of the Holiday Monday card. Up next on screen will be our picks.
There we go. Back on race number 1. I did go to the 1 again. Colterbury, going to go 1, 2, and 5. Race number 2, I went to the 2. Sun Ranita over the 3 and 6. Race number 3, I went to the 4. Where's My Jenny over the 2. Proud Cause and the 1 better than the rest. Race number 4, I went to the 8. Khakis Command, going to go 8, 4, and 7. Race number 5, I went to the 3. Doyle, going to go 3, 1, 8. Tough race, though, the 5th race. Race number 6, I went to the 6. Summerland over the 1. Dancing Shoes and the 2. Sunburst. Race number 7, I went to the 5. Saturna, but I think you need the 5, 8, and the 10 in your late pick 4s. And in the 8th and final, I went to the 4 horse Morrow, Texas. Going to go 4, 2, and 1.
On to my picks. Back in the first, I agree with Mike. Number 1, Colterbury over the 2 and the 3. In the second, number 2, Sun Renita over the 3 and the 5. In the third, I'll take a shot on number 8, Alder Glory over the 4 and the 3. In the fourth, number 8, Khakis Command over the 7 and the 5. In the fifth, go back to the Glen Todd barn for the 5, Tactful over the 1 and the 8. In the sixth, she's the one to beat, that's for sure. Number 6, Summerland over the 5, Chrissy, and the 4, Above All Names, a newcomer. In the 7th, I went to the 5, Saturna over the 10 and the 8. And in the nightcap, I agree with Mike again on number 4, Morrow, Texas over the 3 and the 8.
Well, it should be a great afternoon on the Holiday Monday. It's the 152nd birthday of our lovely nation.
Canada Day's always one of our bigger days on our schedule. Always a giant party. Hopefully it's not too
the weather
rainy.
Hopefully it cooperates. Our next live cards will be next Saturday, July the 6th, and Sunday, July the 7th. We're back to the Saturday, Sundays. Both days will be at 1:50. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. Good luck in your wagers, and we'll see you next time here on Handicapper's Corner.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do